hey, you're good inside. When you do a lot of inner work, it's not all rainbows and butterflies in the beginning. There are stages in the cycle, and in the very beginning, it's a bliss and synchronicity, but then there's like the breakdown part of it and the dark night of the soul, and then there's going into the void, and then there is integration, grounding, and then the new life happens. So, wherever you are in the process, please allow for that. And I want to confess with you a story that happened with me, with Isabella. And especially on strong, energetic days, please let yourself feel all the feels that can come out. It's been harbored in your body, like anchored and frozen and stuck. And when it comes out, it's not so pleasant. And please don't blame yourself. Please don't have shame on it. And so on Sunday, I had to really be with all of the emotions. And there are a lot of fears that I had in me that I didn't even know. And I actually lashed out on Bella a lot and just cried in front of her. And sometimes you think, oh, this is going to be like traumatic for your kid. As long as you communicate with them and that you give them the tools so that they know that it's okay to process it themselves. Because when I was little, I wasn't allowed to feel. So it's really good for Isabella to see that I feel and how I integrate it and how I come back into harmony. I don't like the word balance anymore because I think balance is bullshit. It's about harmony, the melody of your life, and that song you want to play or dance to. So Isabella and I were doing school stuff because she's having a hard time pronouncing words, and we think that she might, well, not we, but like me, but there are sources that say that she may have a learning disability. And I hate putting things in a category. I think you just need to work with it, and they are gifts. But it is good to know like a framework of where they are weaker in. And so I've been working with Isabella on her memory and pronunciation of letters and words. And I got this program with like hook on phonics. And I'm not a very good teacher. I don't have very much patience for it, and it's not my thing. But I know that I can do it. And we can do hard things, and it's about embracing it, even if you're not good at it. Little steps. So what I thought would take half an hour took a whole 6 hours to do here and there because she wasn't flowing with it. And she couldn't recognize some of the letters, even though she's done them like so many times for the last 2 years. She's in first grade now. And she's like, Mom, I just don't know it. I give up. And she only tried like twice. And I was like, well, Bella, if you just give up now, then you might as well just give up on life. You might as well just die. I did say that. And I don't even know where it came from. But there are these fears that I have for her that she's not going to make it through life. And then there's this fear or this shame for me in that I'm not a good mom, that I'm a failing mom, that I can't help her with this. There's also like just part of it where I want her to have more grit. And then there was part of it that was angry, that she felt entitled, that she wasn't trying. Everything, everywhere, all at once, emotions. And I just busted out crying, like hysterical crying in front of her. And she looked at me, and then I just hugged her. And then I was like, I'm sorry. And then she just looked at me like, Mom, I think I'm going to give you some time. Mom, I'm going to give you some time. And she went over to her corner where she has like all her calico critter toys in her station. And I just sat there and sobbed. I knew I needed to just let it cry, let it rip for at least 90 seconds, because that is the time frame that when an emotion runs through you for 90 seconds, then it will pass to like 2 minutes. So I'm going to allow myself to cry at least 90 seconds, if not 2 minutes, if not longer if I need to. And then there was other feelings that came up, and then I would say it to her too. And she looked at me again, and she's like, Mom, I think you need more time. And then I started out busting laughing because I knew she was right. And I knew that I had to just laugh this moment off. And maybe that was already at like a minute and a half or two. I have no idea. But then I just started laughing. I was like, Bella, mommy's going to go into the room now and just lay down for a few minutes. And I think I'm going to need to take a shower or a bath afterwards. Okay, Mom. That was just one incident. We had many more in regards to like food, in regards to her wanting just to watch a show, like all the things. And it was a day where it was just her and I in the house because we were in a snowstorm. And then afterwards, I actually was like, Bella, I think we need to go take a walk, even though it's snowing. And she's like, I don't want to, Mom. It's cold. Like, okay, Bella, you know where you can stay in here. It's safe and warm here. I'm going to take a quick walk around. And so then I bundled my stuff, and she looked at me and said, Mom, you can't leave me alone. I'm going to go with you. I may need to protect you. And I started laughing. And she and I took a walk in the snowstorm, which was really crisp and refreshing. We made some snow angels afterwards. All the feels. So the next day, after all the feels, one can be exhausted. And so I really took it upon myself to nourish myself with like bone broth and all the good things. And then I also cooked, because cooking is an act of self-love where I put in good vibrations with it to fill up with the new energies. Clearings can be that drastic. Clearings can be that purifying. And then after I slept and I woke up, it was gone. It was gone. So I hope that this story allows you to be with your emotions. I hope this story allows you to know that whatever you do, you're still good inside. Whatever they do, they're good inside. As long as you embrace it and face it, it too shall pass. And sometimes then you don't have to resolve it by like finding rational reasons for it. Just let it pass. Let the water purify you and wash it away. Acknowledge it and then shift and allow for that shift to happen. So may you be free, may you find peace, and may you have grace and courage, and may you know that you're good inside, and may you give yourself permission to take it easy, to go through the process, to take as long as it takes, and to be gentle with yourself.